Many people ask how you make things look rustic and old. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on Modern Masters oxidation paint. This paint does need to have the activator, also made by Modern Masters, and you'll find it under their Metal Effects collection. Stick around and take a look at how I make things look rustic and old. You don't need much to make rust happen. These are the sundries that I suggest you use. It's always good to have a few rags, a chip brush of your choice and size. You can get this in any local hardware store, a roller handle, and a sleeve. This one is 4-inch, but you can go larger or smaller depending on what you're doing. And one of these Spraymaster spray bottles. Doesn't have to be this brand. Anything that squirts will work. Let's rust some stuff up. Okay, so for example here, on how to rust things out, I made this quick sign here. It's made out of cardboard, actually. It's just a cardboard material. I painted it gray and put this logo on there. This particular one is Fine Wines. Anyway, it's to kind of give you an example of like maybe a storefront sign or something. Anyway, we'll go ahead and rust this up and make it look old. So stick with me. Okay, so wherever we put this material, it'll read as black. So until we put the activator on there, as soon as we hit it with the activator, it'll start doing its rust thing. So there's two ways of doing it: the chip brush that I showed you, or you can go with a heavier rust with using this type of weenie roller. I'll show you how to use both of them. I'm going to do half of this, kind of a heavy rust, the other half kind of a light rust. So what you do is you just take your chip brush, your disposable chip brush here, and apply this black color where you want to see the rust. So maybe you want it coming down the sign here where water was building up here and running down. So you just kind of sponge it with the brush on there like that. Usually rust builds up around the edges. And you can also spatter it by taking some on your brush and just putting it on there. You can also take your roller. I like to coat it with the brush so it's not too heavy. This kind of gives you an uneven rust, but more saturated. And you just take it and roll across the top surface however you want there. Like I said, we're going to do half kind of a light and this side a little heavier. You can make it look like there's runs coming down by doing this, using your brush to the side. Then take your activator and you're going to just mist your activator right over top of everything, like so. Give it a nice coat of activator on there. And then you're going to let it do its thing. We'll come back shortly and see how that worked. Okay, so here we go. It's all dry now after the activator's been applied, and you can see the heavy side that we talked about we were going to do. Obviously that would never happen in the real world, but it's just to give you an example of how rusty you can make this stuff. Okay, that was with the roller that we did, and then this is where we did the brush work. So if you wanted the edges of your sign or whatever it is you're doing to look really rusty, it would look like that, going around the edges. And then that's the spatter that's on there. Kind of gives you a pitted mark. And if you wanted to, after this step, you could always dust it down with like a light beige spray paint or water-based paint if you have a spray gun, and give it a nice dusty edge to finish that that look off. If anybody's interested in knowing anything more about this or have any questions or comments, feel free to do so. This video was mainly made for my uncle, and Uncle David, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope whatever project you're working on comes out exactly the way you want it. Okay, this segment is going to wrap this video up. This is just an extra bonus footage here. What I did here after I did the rustation and it was dried, I put a glossy top coat with a spray can, or you can use water-based clear, whatever you want, and it kind of makes the rust more vibrant and gives you a kind of a little bit of a different look. So we're going to go through this real quick here. You get some beautiful oxidation. The colors are very vibrant. Some of the spots will darken up when you put the clear coat on it. So if you don't want it to look dark like that, and you want that natural dusty rust look, then don't put the clear coat on. But that's our heavy side. It's obviously dramatized. Nothing would rust like that, but it's just to give you an idea of what heavy rust looks like with the roller versus the brush. And that's it. Enjoy.